Hello, guys. I see we had a couple of viewers here. Some likes, by the way, guys. My name is Harry Rice. If you guys know your name, I don't know what to say about this team anymore. I, I legit don't know. I genuinely do not know at this point what to say about the Montreal Canadiens. Um, yeah, we played in Winnipeg tonight. And anyone that wants to comment or whatever, if you guys could let me know how the stream looks, how it sounds as usual, that'd be fantastic. I'd really appreciate that. But the Montreal Canadiens, they were in Winnipeg tonight, and they ended up playing the Winnipeg Jets, obviously, because they're in Winnipeg, at the Bell MTS place. Luca Alonso, man. GG for sure. Conservative Flurry, it was a good third period to get to overtime, for sure. It was a good third period. The opening lineups for the Montreal Canadiens. By the way, guys, I want to apologize in advance in case something for some reason happens where my stream isn't looking as good as usual. It's for some reason it's just I had to update Windows 10, and it literally took from 3 p.m. yesterday to about 6 p.m. today. So yeah, I don't know if the stream will look better for whatever reason or if it's messed up at all, but yeah, holy shit, we got a lot of people coming in. Hey, Sons of Liberty, how's it going? Soviet Union, yeah, Demko's carrying the Canucks for sure, man. Hey, Randy N, how's it going, man? Not a great game. Yeah, exactly, Randy. It wasn't a great game. We played fairly poorly in the first and second. It was a great third, though. We played fantastic in the third. Even though, we got ass fucked in OT. Quinn Chile for sure, man. Hey, James Ray, how's it going? Pavlo, how's it going? Marcus Hunt, it was a really, really interesting game. Nolan Hockey Podcast, GG, man. GG, man. Ehlers, he's freaking out over Ehlers, man. Thank you guys for 6 likes, by the way. Yeah, it was a shock OT loss. Yeah, I don't know why Byron and Danault started. Personally, this team is a joke, man. This team is absolutely a joke. Sons of Liberty, Jets choked a 2-goal lead and then somehow managed to win. Get your bet ready. We made a bet between you, John, and I. Said whoever team is the lowest in the standings has to make a video on what. Ray, bro, we're only halfway through the season, brother. There's plenty of time for the Oilers to just that second spot in the East away. Or no, they're actually because the Jets are above them. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Persnickety, I got no clue why fucking Byron and Danault are starting every OT. Yeah, Nolan, we started Paul Byron and Phillip Danault. Like, not even memeing about, oh, lol, Byron, he's God, or whatever. Genuinely, why the fuck did we start Byron and Danault? Yeah, Persnickety, the most Habs things that's ever going to happen. Vancouver's going to get the 4th spot, only get swept by the Maple Leafs. And we would have probably taken out the Maple Leafs if we made the 4th seed, you know? It's just like what happened like 2 years ago when we missed the playoffs, and we would have made it if we had beaten Columbus. And if Niemi hadn't choked a 5-5 tie against Lightning, and if we hadn't lost blown a 4-0 lead to the Rangers. Yeah. Really, Darkness, you'd rather have Byron over Zach Sanford. Holy shit. Deal or no deal to Toronto. Forsberg, 20% retained. Nashville, 2021 first. Timothy Liljegren, Engvall, Kerfoot. And that's a massive deal, in my opinion. 2021 is a really weak draft class. Liljegren can still turn to something. Engvall and Kerfoot are literally just, hey, please take these people. Please take these people. And Forsberg in Toronto could probably do really solid. I think it's a massive win for Toronto. Nolan, Danault only has 2 goals because he's a playmaker. That is true. No OT in playoffs. Well, I mean, there is OT in playoffs, just not 3-on-3. Yeah, no 3-on-3 in playoffs. Bad news if you can't. Yeah, exactly, Pavlo. Who's the greatest choker? The Oilers, the Leafs in Game 7, or Mia Khalifa? Yes. Yeah, fucking Flyers were down 9-0 after 2, and the Rangers unfortunately couldn't score anymore. I would have loved to see it be like a 12-0 game. If Canucks make the playoffs because of Demko, should win. I don't know about that Soviet Union. I still think Patrick Kane should win the Hart, personally. I still think it should be Patrick Kane, personally. I get what you're saying, Harry. I would have started, conservative lawyer. Personally, I probably would have started Danault with Toffoli, and if Danault wins the face-off, immediately he gets off, and probably put Suzuki into Toffoli, or I probably actually would have had Danault win the face-off, go off, get Drouin out there so you can have Drouin and Toffoli. I would have loved to see that, personally. I think that would have been fantastic. Zach Sanford is so bad. Zach Sanford's probably better than Paul Byron. Vancouver's going to play the Leafs in the playoffs, be down 3-0, come back. I don't know about that, Sons of Liberty. Maurice learned from his mistakes. Yeah, Nolan. Unfortunately, Pavlo, 100% in Habs and OT. At least we at least the Leafs have won a Game 7 in their franchise history. The opening lineups for the Canadiens was Toffoli, Drouin, Kotkaniemi, Anderson, Toffoli, Suzuki, Gallagher, Tatar, Danault, Armia, and Byron, Evans, Perry. Spoiler alert, those would not be the lines at the end of the night. If it would go back to Drouin, Suzuki, Anderson, Tatar, Danault, Gallagher, and Toffoli, Kotkaniemi, and Perry, I believe. I know the law memes. Exactly, yeah, Sons of Liberty. If we had just won half of the 8th place, yeah, persnickety. Like fuck, just a half. Like, if you can win shootouts, because that's theoretically what we should be doing with guys like Toffoli, Anderson, and Corey Perry on the team, former 20 goal scorer, former 50 goal scorer, you should be able to win a shootout with those 3 guys alone. But hell, even guys like Gallagher and Tatar and Petrie, who's pretty solid, and Suzuki, who has some good chances, and the fucking Kotkaniemi. Wolverine. I don't see the Canucks catching up. Hopefully, I do think the Flames have a chance, but personally, honestly, I have to be honest. I see the Flames maybe catching up to us, but I don't know if they will, considering we have 3 or 4 games to handle them at this point. Like even if the Flames overtake us tonight, or actually no, I think they can only tie us at this point. I think if they beat the Oilers, they only tie. Anyone know the score of that fucking game at this point? Thank you, guys. But yeah, I mean, I can't even say like anything. I genuinely can't say anything. Persnickety, I'm sorry. I'd be okay with getting rid of. Yeah, I can't blame you, Persnickety. Fuck. Okay, well, the Oilers 3-1, I'd be fine with. I'm fine with the Oilers winning tonight. I hate the Oilers, but I'm fine with them winning just because whatever. The Flames don't catch up to us that easily. Oh, it's 4-1. Is it 4-1 or 3-1 then? Oh, 3-1. Okay, thank you guys. But yeah, I would be fine with getting rid of Weber as well, personally. From what I remember, the first goal definitely was not too great, but I do have to blame Price partly on it. We'll get to it. I'm not gonna just say, "Oh, it's Price's fault." You'll hear me in a minute when I get to the actual point. But partly it is Price's fault. You will hear why in a minute. Weber's played like shit all season. He is slow and makes horrible decisions. Yeah, persnickety. I mean, there was a turnover that Weber made in his own zone that almost led to a Jets goal in the second period, I think it was. So yeah, that was really, really terrible. Honestly, I definitely would be down for trading Weber. Like, even if all you can get is, say, a second-round pick from a team that's incredibly desperate for defense, like say Detroit. Say Detroit's like, hey, we'll give you a second to get Weber because we're going to be good for the playoffs. He's a good captain, something like that. If you just trade Weber for a second, like, that's literally perfectly fine. I love Weber. I absolutely love Weber. He's a great captain, in my opinion, but he is, like you said, a shell of his former self. I think you could give the captaincy to Gallagher, personally. I think you could definitely give the captaincy to Gallagher. Hey, Joaquim, how's it going, man? Joaquim, yeah, this loss was definitely upsetting, man. Oilers are, persnickety, you can't be sure about that. You're probably thinking, Habs are done when it was 3-1. Hey, Sharko Shake, thank you, man. Great content for sure, man. Exactly, persnickety. Like, Weber's connected, maybe 5 slap shots in the whole season on net? Yeah, exactly. Weber's a great guy. Great leader. I don't know if I'd say he can't play in the NHL anymore. He definitely can. I just think he's having a slump right now. Hey, Shark, have a great day as well, man. Thank you for coming by to the stream. Appreciate it, man. Your franchise may trade Price for 2 first-rounders and damn, so you traded him to Boston. Fairly interesting. I mean, that's kind of like what I did. I got Tuukka Rask in free agency from the Bruins in NHL 14. I think this is probably like 2017 when he would have been a free agent. And like by year 3, I had 2 goaltenders that already overtook him. So I traded him back to Boston for 4 first-rounders when the Bruins were a contender. And then 2 of those picks proceeded to be top 5 picks because Bruins. Keep in mind, I was the Islanders. So I was kind of trying to make up for Mike Milbury. Our defense is bad. The whole North Division sucks at defense. Yeah, goalie girls. I agree. Like, our defense, like when we're playing Xavier Ouellet, and I like Xavier Ouellet, but when we're playing Xavier Ouellet, that should tell you our defense is bad. Like I like Wheelat. Like he's the captain of Laval. I really like him. It's just Jesus, like holy shit. Yeah, Joaquim, I don't know why Wheelat is playing. I don't either. I mean, he's the captain of Laval. Realistically, we should have given the call up to Otto Leskinen, maybe. I mean, unless you maybe want to risk calling up Caden Gooley, which I personally would have maybe. Just give him 2 or 3 games. Give him 2 or 3 games. See, hey, how the hell is Caden Gooley playing? How is he doing? And if he's like, hey, cool, let's go. Nolan, we have one of the most mobile defenses. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just think he's too slow now. That is true persnickety. I mean, I think he'd be a good third pairing defenseman, Weber. I think if you do say Romanoff and Weber this year as your third pairing, without Weber having that $8 million contract, say Nashville for whatever reason bottom out instead, and Montreal signs him, say $1.5 million this year. That's fair value if you're paying him on your third pairing, something like that. Yeah, Shark. No offense, Nolan, but I think the Jets' defense is the worst as well. Like if I had to, I don't know actually. I think the Senators' defense is definitely worse personally. Our defense isn't that bad. If we can replace Kulak and Mete Ouellet, our defense can be. I mean, I like Kulak. I think he's had a few rough games, definitely. What defenseman doesn't? But yeah. Personally, I mean, our defense wouldn't be as bad as it was right now. Like you said, if we can replace Kulak and Mete Ouellet with, say we manage to trade for Matthias Ekholm and say call up, say, Caden Goolin, he's a good third pairing defenseman for the year. He's like, yeah, this guy's good, something like that. If the Isles don't beat the Flyers after them losing, then I will commit Lego step. Damn, Sons of Liberty. Pablo, I have no clue, man. I've got no clue. Yeah, your Caps are first, but my Islanders are catching up to you. When's your next game? It's a Friday and Saturday against the Canucks. When's your birthday? July 8th. Did you have dinner? Yes, I had McDonald's, some McNuggies and fries because they're delicious. Look at where most of the top 10 in points. That is true, Goalie Girls. That is true. I wouldn't trade Weber. Maybe move Petrie up and Weber down. That would be definitely understanding conservative floor. I'd love like maybe a Romanoff and Petrie defensive pairing. Ooh, I'd love that. That'd be sick. Oh, James, your team lost in the shootout. That sucks. I don't like pizza. I like bananas. I'm mad about apples. I personally would trade all of our defense for auto. Wow, Shark, really? I don't know what you're smoking, but I want some of that. Your defense is bad. Yeah, your D prospects are tall. Like, who do you have? You have Logan Stanley, for one, I think is still a prospect at this point, right? I know you have 2 other guys that are really, really solid. I just can't remember the name. Thank you, James Berry. Appreciate it. Do you think Caulfield is joining the Habs soon? Joaquin depends. I think it depends if Caulfield wants to finish his studies right away, because I don't know if his studies are finished for wherever he is or what. But I mean, it depends if his studies are finished. If they are, I do think the Habs are going to be like, look, we got to do something to change the team. Let's go try and get Caulfield, see if we can re-energize the team by being, hey, this youngster's in the lineup, let's try and win for him, But if his studies aren't finished, I do think he's going to do the mature thing and finish that instead. When there's more to hockey than just being young and fast coming, guys come on, IQ and experience are more important. I don't know if I'd say experience is more important than being fast. I mean, if we're looking at forwards personally, I would take a Matthew Barzal over Phillip Danault any day of the week, because Barzal is young and fast and he can put up points. Danault, yes, he's great defensively and he's great at faceoffs, but I just don't know. Frozen 4 is canceled. What, Pablo? That sucks. Hey, Quinchilli, thank you, man. Happy St. Patty's Day. You're 2 minutes late, unfortunately. It's now the 18th. But yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. McDonald's tastes like Sons of Liberty. I don't know if that's a fact. Persnickety, Islanders get to beat you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Soviet Union, you just jinxed it by saying the S word, man. You just jinxed it. Rip. Man, we just beat the Islanders with the oldest team in the league on the second night. Don't remind me, Persnickety. In my opinion, that was a stretch. Final trade bully for a bag of pucks. Can't blame me, man. Yeah, Persnickety is. I don't know if it was canceled. Barzal takes a lot of. Persnickety. Barzal might take a lot of penalties, but holy shit, can he get points? Opening lines for the defense. How to beat Montreal. TBC. That's mad facts. Just go to overtime. Ovechkin just got number 718 at 301 points. Hey, let's go, Persnickety. Caulfield may not get much of a shot this year. He will maybe get a game or 2. Yeah, Golden Girls, I agree. I do think if Caulfield does come in, it'll be like right at the end of the year, kind of like what Ryan Poehling did, where he came in like last game of the season, where he came into the last game of the season and was just, hey, I'm gonna get 4 goals and then I'm gonna fall off, literally. But yeah, I do think Caulfield. I don't think Caulfield's obviously gonna get like 4 goals in his first game. That was just a pure fluke for Paling. But if Caulfield comes in for a game or two, I think he's gonna look good. Maybe, hopefully, get a goal. But I think he's gonna look good no matter what. I think he's gonna get his chances. Backstrom's having a career, 33 points in 29 games. Hell yeah, persnickety. I'm again asking for a starting goalie. You guys can have Carey Price. Just give us Freddie Anderson and 3 first-round picks, please. Yes, that's what will happen. Yeah, thank you, goalie girls. If the Frozen Four is canceled, that means we'll see. Yeah, true. Yeah, TBC. I don't know about that, man. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's facts. Mikheyev over Caulfield. I mean, we got to do. I mean, you are confirmed a biased Leafs fan, so I don't know how legit that is. Edmondson, Weber, Kulak, Petrie, and Ulet Romanov would be our defensive pairings. Carey Price would start his 3rd straight game, and Jake Allen will be the backup once more. The opening lineups for the Jets were Stasny, Scheifele, Wheeler, Connor, Dubois, Ehlers. No, it's facts. Mikheyev, TBC. I don't know about that. Yeah, Pavelski's 36. That has 14 goals, 27 points in 25 games. Has a plus 11. That's sick. Oh, it's not canceled. I'm not sure. Hopefully, it's not canceled. But I heard someone saying it was canceled. Oh, Pablo, I didn't know that, man. And by the way, guys, go check out if you haven't already. Go check out Talking Habs. Great podcast. Rick's fantastic, awesome. Rick's fantastic, awesome. That's the best way to advertise someone is you mess up talking about them. High quality drawing. Hey, how's it going? I just looked it up. They were talking about teams going to it. If you really persnickety. Yeah, TBC. Rip Lola Bunny, man. Rip Lola Bunny. Rip all the 14-year-old fat material. Comp Larry Appleton was the Jets' 3rd line, and Perreault, Thompson, Lewis was the 4th line. Defensive pairings for the Jets were Morrissey, DeMello, Forbert, Pionk, and Stanley Pullman, with Beaulieu still injured for the Jets. Connor Hellebuck is once again starting the game, and Laurent Brossoit would back him up. 50 seconds into the game, Price came way out of his crease. No wonder why Blake Wheeler ends up making it 1-0. Yeah. Jets made it 1-0 at that point. I was like, this is going to be a blowout, isn't it? Not really. Not really. Any thoughts on VC getting claimed by Canucks? High quality drawing, I love it, honestly. I think VC is a really, really decent 4th line guy. Hopefully, he would be able to help out the Canucks. I mean, he was playing with good NHLers. So, yeah, I do think VC could probably, maybe, most likely squeak in the NHL lineup past Louis Eriksson. Yeah. Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver claimed VC. That kind of happened. I mean, it's not like they claimed Austin Matthews or anything. Fuck Vancouver. All my homies hate Vancouver. TBC, big rips. Yeah, Lola Bunny, Sons of Liberty, man. Everyone knows about the Lola Bunny. The Canadiens are trying to get some pressure. The Jets did pretty good holding us off. Jordan had several really nice strips of the puck off the Jets players, causing some good chances for us, in my opinion. Yeah, I did see that person. I saw Melanie Martin's video where she was talking about that a reporter said that in Kruger's years coaching the Sabres, he was watching Team Pat practice, terrible drills, wouldn't stop anything with when they were going offside and whatnot. Like, holy shit, like that seems. Yeah, players passing into each other's skates and being lazy and slow. Yeah, Kruger never punished them or told them to do better. Like, holy shit, persnickety. Like, how much worse can Buffalo get? Paul Hamilton, thank you, Pablo. How much worse can Buffalo get at this point? Oh, Wayne's back. The Wayne train's back for the Maple Leafs. Hey, you want to get on? Come on, Ladybug. Come on, Ladybug. Get on the goddamn light, you little bitch. Fine then. Okay, then do what you want. Wayne might be back on Friday. Does that mean a huge boost? I think it could, personally. High quality. That is true. TBC. Buffalo could get worse and totally not intentionally tank by hiring Babcock. Wayne Simmons has a 0.5 goals per game. But who's he playing with, TBC? I can't believe it took them this long. Yeah, sounds already me neither, man. I can't believe that. People here are so depressed, man. Persnickety, that sucks. That sucks to hear. The Jets ended up going to the power play. Josh Anderson for tripping, Corey Perry for charging. This ladybug's on my lap. bench minor for too many men. Take your fucking guess. They showed Josh Anderson apparently for tripping. Then it was Corey Perry in the box for charging. And then it was a bench minor for too many men. I genuinely don't even know what the penalty was at this point. Okay, Ladybug, I'm sorry, but you are genuinely gonna have to get off me, please. Fuck, I'm sorry. They can't even sell tickets, yeah. Watch Babcock ask Cousins to create a list of who works the least on the Sabres. Yeah, that should be fun, Pablo. Simmons is usually on the third or fourth line. Put him in your fucking top 6, Jesus. Yeah, persnickety. People are insanely loyal to the Bills and Sabres. If I was a Sabres fan, I would have dropped off when she hit 5 years without playoffs. That's embarrassing. Who are the tanking for? No one has played for a year. Worst draft ever. Goalie Girls, I don't know if I'd say that. Worst draft ever to tank for. I mean, you got a good top 10. So, I mean, that's like saying, like, oh, okay, if 2003, if they hadn't played in 2002, is 2003 a terrible draft class to tank for? I don't know. Persnickety, Eichel should go. Like, honestly, like, even if he's out for the rest of the season, it's like, hey, Eichel's still signed for, like, what, 2 years after this? Like, fucking just take him at this point, you know? Like, give this a first. Literally, we will trade you this fantastic talent for literally just a first in 2021, no less. Yeah, Buffalo's dedication for being awful. Like, Jesus. I know how Sabres fans feel considering I endured TBC. You don't know that. You don't know how Sabres fans feel. Fucking 11-year playoff drought. Hot take, Eichel. If Eichel's the problem in Buffalo, that's going to be nuts. But then again, Eichel's been hurt, 3 games now, and they haven't gotten any better, TBC? Holy shit, Soviet Union. Yeah, good luck trying to rebuild the Sabres. Hall's going to Seattle. Sons of Liberty, I could see that. Sorry. Yeah, take your guess. All that matters, we ended up killing it off. Petrie had a pretty solid shorthanded chance, though, but Matthew Perreault played really, really good defense there. We were 1-4 on the PK tonight. Just when we think we can try to reach their limit, they find somehow to break the bar. Big rips. Eichel signed for 8 years. Okay, yeah. Eichel's lazy, injury-prone, and is not a good leader. Personality, so he's like a Taylor Hall then. They were perfectly together then. Eichel always never tries his best. He always gets worse with the better players he plays with. And when your captain isn't trying, it digs into the rest of it. Yeah, TBC. I can see what you mean, man. I mean, I'm in Montreal. I know what it's like when Weber's and trying. The rest of the team seems to not want to try. Not to mention he never finishes checks. Hits. Personally, I don't care about him not finishing checks or hits. He's a point scorer. He's not meant to hit. Buffalo needs Sabres need a build, not a rebuild. They just need a build. And then we ended up going to the power play. Kulak, after a pretty nice shot, ended up drawing a tripping penalty. It was Adam Lowry who went to the box. Can we stop with the Petrie winning the Norris now? Goalie Girls, no. Habs played pretty well in the power play. Just were not able to score, and unfortunately went 0-for-1 on the power play tonight. And thank you guys for the 10+ likes. It's the same with goalies not being able to make a save. It's diminished our confidence these past few weeks. The 2014 Islanders were like the Sabres. We're like the Sabres in the last 10 in 1 year, so I got a little taste of oof. Sons of Liberty, try being an Islanders fan when Mike Milbury was their GM. I went back and watched the Hockey Guys video on that, and holy shit, I didn't realize just how bad they were. Fucking $15 million just cap on their fucking spending salary. Holy shit. Jerome was really impressing me in the game at this point. Really liked how he was playing. He was playing with a lot of kind of aggression, you could say. Definitely was looking for those turnovers. I really like Duran. I think he's definitely started to improve himself into a legitimate top 6 forward in the NHL. That's one of the things that makes Ovi such an amazing and dangerous player. He scores 50 goals and still hits hard and slams people around. But Persnickety, that's dumb still. That's dumb what he's doing, because he is not going to reach Gretzky's record. He's not going to beat his record if he keeps hitting like that. Rasmus Dahlin, I want to start to win games, high quality. I can't blame the kid. Sabres need a hockey mind like when Lou came to the Isles. Look where that is true, Pablo. That was the wrong choice for him. What do you mean? High quality? Oh, Rasmus Dahlin should have went to Boston. I mean, wasn't Dahlin first overall? Duran looking like he did in Halifax. Hey, let's go, Goalie Girls. I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear that. Lou Lammer, TBC, I don't know about that. Kyle Dubas would probably have something to say to you on that. Eichel doesn't do shit unless he's shooting the puck, and even then he gets moody when he has a bad game. Yeah, anybody on Buffalo, help. Russian machine never break. Personally, that very well could be true. I mean, fucking looking. Okay, no, I'm not gonna use Vladimir Konstantinov as an example. That was just fucking tragic. Where the hell am I? Oh yeah. He's rarely ever missed any games. That is true, Persnickety. The only games he seemed to miss is when he refuses to go to the All-Star game and he gets suspended a game. Those seem to be the only games he misses. That and the occasional, hey, my wife's having a child. I need like 2 games off, guys, if you don't mind. Like that literally seems to be it. Tatar, a really nice shot, but Hellebuck making a fantastic save. And then wow, fucking wow. Gallagher messes up in his own zone. Jets capitalize with a fantastic goal. Literally, where was Price on that? Like, Kyle Connor ends up scoring to make it 2-0. Wide open net. Ouellette, though, giving Price defenders a small reason to defend him for that goal, but they really shouldn't be. At least in my opinion, Price, there's no way he still would have been able to make that save. Even though he was puck watching, there's no way I don't think he would have been able to make the save. It was a wide open net. Hey, Dadius, thank you for coming by to the stream for a minute. You're going to go to sleep because you're going to ski tomorrow. Hey, good luck with that, Dadius. Hope it goes well, man. I'm going to go to sleep. Got to get up at 6 a.m. Hey, TBC, man. Good luck with school, man. Thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate it, and good luck with your rest and good luck with your snow skiing and schooling. Ovi's a robot. Sons Liberty, probably facts. Do you think Caulfield will be in the top 6 eventually? For sure. I don't think this year. I don't think we're gonna bring up Caulfield and immediately put him in the top 6. That'd just be stupid and rushing him way too much. I do think next year he will maybe get chances at being in the top 6. But I do think we probably play him in the maybe the bottom 6, middle 6, somewhere along that area. If it wasn't for COVID and lockouts, Ovi would be 800 goals right now. If Ovi plays another 4 seasons with the Caps, or just another 4 seasons in general, I would say he could. No, he absolutely will break Gretzky's record. Yeah, Gretzky or Ovi is 100% the greatest goal scorer of all time, in my opinion. Like, literally, you cannot prove me. You cannot make me think otherwise. Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer of all time, and I'm gonna go out with a hot take. Gretzky's not even top 10. Gretzky is not even top 10 best goal scorers of all time, in my opinion. Hey, Pablo, let's go, man. Got to clutch up some more schoolwork and then off to bed later. Harold, Pablo, thank you for coming into the stream. Very much greatly appreciate it, man. My math teacher's almost as bad as Buffalo Big Rips. Persnickety Lemieux would probably have something to say with that. High quality drawing Seattle starts next year as long as we're able to get their final payment for the $750 million that was set for their their expansion team fee. Once they make the final payment of that, they're allowed into the league for next season. And I think if they don't make that payment, they get extended to the season after, I think. But it pretty much seems like, yeah, no, they're going to be in the NHL next year. They're already built. They're getting the building nearly completed at this point, I think. So, yeah, Nolan with the whoa. I love Super Mario, but Persnickety, man. I got to go Super Mario, man. I got to go Mario and then probably Yager at number 2. I think Yager's the second best hockey player of all time. Caulfield needs to play in the – yeah, Goalie Girls, I do agree. I do think we will. I think we personally will give Caulfield some time in the NHL, but I do agree he probably should play in the AHL next year. Like, it's always best to just develop your young guys, keep them in the AHL for a year. Just, hey, just go. You take your time developing. We don't need you immediately. It'd help if you'd come up, but just take your time. Take your time developing. I mean, do something controversial. Sundin over Gretzky. I can agree with you. High quality drawing. I think the era that Sundin played in definitely was much better than Gretzky's era. Oh yeah, Caps once Ovi, even as soon as Ovi leaves, if he walks in free agency this upcoming year, 100% is getting retired by the Capitals. Even if it's a messy situation where it's like, hey, fuck you, hey, fuck you, Caps. I want $12 million to score 50 goals in 80 games. Piss off, and I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like, even though it's a messy situation like that, Capitals are gonna be like, yeah, we don't care. You're number 8. You're gonna get your number retired. Whatever. Just because he's a playmaker doesn't mean he wasn't a goal scorer in his own right. The difference is he knew to always chase guaranteed goals, so found lanes guaranteed team success. But Nolan, you got to keep in mind he was playing in the 80s. He was playing in the 80s when, like, everybody at one point or another was a 100-point scorer, it seemed like. I can't honestly, like, I know, Lemieux played in the 80s as well, but he also played in the 90s and into the 2000s. And if he hadn't gotten injured, he would have been the greatest goal scorer he would have been the greatest goal scorer and the greatest player of all time, heavily known league wide, in my opinion. Like, keep in mind, Lemieux was playing in an era of trap hockey and still scoring point per game, I believe, at that point. So yeah, if the Leafs get Ovi from free agency, they're not winning the cup. High quality drawing. They would have way too much cap space. They'd have to try and juggle way too much. They wouldn't have a bottom six. Yeah. He will never leave the Caps until he plays his final season with Dino. Persnickety, Ovi's already said he doesn't want to play with an RHA. Well, then he hopefully should take a pay cut. Yeah, Gretzky also played in the 90s, but notice as soon as he But like, keep on it. Gretzky played in the 90s, but as soon as he left the Oilers, his play started to decrease. As soon as he went to LA, his play started to decrease. And like, okay, sure. 93, he went to the Cup Finals. Yeah. And how many times did he do it after or before with the Kings, the Blues, or the Rangers? And remind me again, how did he do again with the Blues? Sorry, Game 7 double overtime, I think is calling. What the fuck are you people saying? Yeah, he had over 2,800 points. I don't say he'd retire pretty early. So I don't know. Nolan, in my opinion, I think Lemieux would have dominated that 2,800 points. If he hadn't retired for those 3 years, if he never had the back injuries, if he never had cancer, I would argue, and this is going to be a hot take, I would argue Lemieux is the only NHL player in history to have over 3,000 points. I would argue that Lemieux was that damn good, and I think he probably would have played until maybe 2009. If he never gets injured, then 100%. Because also keep in mind, Lemieux didn't have anyone to protect him. He had Lemieux and Yager that were playing whatever, and Ron Francis. Gretzky always had that little dick shit of fucking Marty McSorley. Always had him, so you could never touch Gretzky. No one could ever touch Gretzky. People would always go for Lemieux, and he would still get around them because he was just that damn good. Exactly, Sons of Liberty. Lemieux's the GOAT. He brought a shitty Penguins team. Lemieux and Lemieux. He was that good. Lemieux and Yager. They brought a really shitty Pens team, relatively shitty Pens team, to 2 cups. Exactly. When he was hurt, he was still point per game. Lemieux is easily, in my opinion, the greatest. In my opinion, the greatest hockey player of all time. Matt Sundin had more of a depth era than Lemieux, and damn, that's surprising. Pavel Bure, if not injury plagued. Oh, Soviet Union, I think so as well. I think Pavel Bure was fantastic, and if he unfortunately hadn't been injury prone like he was, I think he honestly could have rivaled Sergei Fedorov. I mean, it's pretty hard to top Fedorov personally, but yeah, Brett Hull over Ovi, that's a bit of a yikes, mostly because he kind of had this guy named Adam Oates with him, who was kind of feeding him the puck all the time. So that's kind of iffy, but yeah. Nolan, yeah, but exactly. Lemieux only played on one team, and he was consistently point per game on a generally shit Pittsburgh Penguins team. Lemieux or Gretzky was on a stacked Oilers team. They had Messier, they had Grant Fuhrinet, they had fucking Paul Coffey, they had all these great players personally. And yeah, okay, they won 4 cups. Yeah, it's the Oilers. They should have won every fucking year. For me, the fact that Lemieux was on a shitty Penguins team and was still point per game should speak more volumes to how great Lemieux was, and should also speak volumes to how dependent Gretzky was. Because he went to Lemieux, first of all, had to have Marty McSorley with him because he's a pussy. But also, notice as soon as he went to the Kings, his play started to decrease, and he wasn't getting as many points. Why? Because he went to a shitty LA team that, for some reason, somehow went to a Stanley Cup final in '93. Then he went to a St. Louis team then went to a Rangers team where, kind of good, like in my opinion, I would honestly, like, if I'm in a Game 7 overtime scenario, this is kind of like the ideal scenario. If you're in a Game 7 Stanley Cup final overtime, I'm 100% taking Lemieux over Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky was an incredibly selfish player as well. I do think Mario Lemieux is the greatest hockey player of all time. I don't think anyone can change my mind. All right. I'm going to look this up on stream. We're going to take a quick detour. Wayne Gretzky career stats. Come on, Google. Thank you. And let's do this as well. Mario Lemieux career stats. All right, we're going to do this real quick. You could say that Gretzky has this record is basically you could say that Gretzky has this record is because exactly high quality drawing. Selfish, he has more assists. Yeah, persnickety. Because why? But keep in mind, he has the puck a lot. He knew he was a great playmaker, so he can get the puck to them. Like selfish, you have to keep in mind, he was selfish in a lot of different ways. You know, I can't. If you guys give me next stream, I will find different ways that Gretzky is selfish. Because I dug myself into a bit of a hole where I cannot exactly carry it right now. But I promise you guys next stream. All right, Gretzky stats from NHL.com. Lemieux will fucking go hockey reference just because that was the first one that popped up. And I didn't see the NHL link, honestly. Mario had a stacked team. Goalie girls, but that's the thing. You could say the Oilers had a stacked team, but that's the thing. You could say Mario had a stacked team when he won 2 cups, and then you could say they choked in 93, but they just got outplayed by the Islanders. But then you could say, oh, Gretzky had a great team. Yeah, they won 4 cups, and then they choked, and they got back to a Stanley Cup final without Gretzky. The Oilers never needed Wayne Gretzky to win cups. In 1990, they did not need Wayne Gretzky to win a cup. 93, Gretzky, and you could say after those cups he won with the Oilers, he never won a cup either. You can't just use, how many cups they have to justify how great of a player is. If that's the case, then Jean Beliveau is the greatest player of all time because he has 11 cups or whatever. Now trying to snipe facts. Okay, I will go to Hockey Reference for Gretzky as well because I trust Hockey Reference more than I trust NHL.com. Okay, I want season stats. Are you going to give me season stats? You bitch. I hope it gives me uniform draft. No, I want season stats. Okay, I guess we're using NHL.com. The Oilers never needed Nolan. The Oilers never needed Gretzky. They won a cup in 1990. They proved exactly. Mario was Lemieux. Mario was injured, and he was point per game still, in my opinion. I agree with you about the cup angle. Gary Leeman has a cup. Was he better than Sedin? Exactly, Jeff King. Gary Leeman has a cup. That must mean he's better than Matt Sundin. Matt Cook has a Stanley Cup. Is he better than the Sedin twins? Yeah, Nolan, 47 points in one playoff run. What year was that? Which year was that? Oilers didn't need Gretzky. Exactly. I'd call it drawing. The Oilers didn't need Gretzky, but the Rangers did, and they still couldn't win a cup with him. In that case, you might as well say, Wayne Gretzky's a failure. Once he leaves Edmonton, he needs a good team around him to win a cup. Mario Lemieux, you could technically argue the same thing. I would personally argue against that, hey, the team just kind of became shit after 93. So, I don't know. Yeah, 84, 85, like I like Matt Cook, but it's just like, come on. Like, no, Matt Cook's not better than the Sedin twins, you know? Oilers don't win any cups without Gretzky. In 1990 only happens because of culture. Goalie girls, I don't know if that's facts. Like, for me, looking at it, oh my God. Okay, these got to load, so give me like 2 minutes. Because that's probably how long it's going to fucking take. That's how long it's going to take for these to load. 87, 80, 43, and 19. Okay, yeah, sure. Gretzky had playoff points. Like, sure. But Gretzky, like, you look at Gretzky, like, just career totals. 1,487 games played for Gretzky, 894 goals, 1,963 assists, 2,857 points. But then you go to Mario, 915 games played, 690, 1,033 assists, 1,723 points. So yes, he has over 1,000 less points, but that's in 500 less games. So by my understanding personally, my personal understanding, I'm watching highlights of both guys. Mario Lemieux, 100%. If he plays the same amount of games as Wayne Gretzky, he's destroying those totals personally. Goalie girls, you can't argue with someone that wasn't there. Yeah, I might not have been there, but I've watched games. I've watched highlights. I've watched these different things that from there. Exactly, Jeff King. Messier and Ranford were key to the 1990 Cup. They both played great. And it also doesn't help that Oh, hey, Messier, the guarantee, kind of sparked the team to win the cup that year. Jets are trading for Petrie and Weber. We need a videos of it. That'd be sick, man. If Mario doesn't get cancer, exactly. Mario was point per game. How would he get 1,000 points in 500 games? Mario would find a way to do so. Mario would find a way to do so. We want Sherrod videos of Reddit. You guys can take Sherrod back. You guys can take Sherrod back. That was after Lemieux's cups. Videos of Reddit. Wait, is that the dude who reads the Reddit things? I think I might have watched some of your videos, actually. If you actually do those, I think I might have watched some of your videos. Thank you for coming to the stream, man. Okay, after Mario, well, technically, okay, yeah, it was actually the year after. I was about to say 93, they won, but no, 91, 92. Okay, that's fine. Exactly. Messier was Dwight. Messier was Dwight to Gretzky's Michael. Exactly, Sons of Liberty. Dwight always stole the show away from Michael. Sherrod's a fucking moron. Please take him. Now you're using Batman logic, saying because he's Mario, don't. I mean Nolan. Okay, why is Lemieux's career stats loaded before Gretzky's? Fuck, come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload Gretzky's career stats. But you look at his stats. I'll get to that in just a second. As my dad said, Mark Messier was the only reason Gretzky didn't get killed. Exactly, Soviet Union. Thomas Sandstrom for another in LA, but also fucking the guy I mentioned earlier, Marty McSorley. The only reason, exactly, he broke his hand in a pointless fight. Yeah, is Dave Keon better than Gretzky? Exactly, high quality drawing. Just because they have more cups, is Dave Keon better than Wayne Gretzky? Okay, I don't get why this is. Oh, there we go. Okay, so all right, so we've loaded the career stats. So 79, 80. Actually, let's go from when they first played. So 84, 85. So Wayne Gretzky, 84, 85, 80 games played, 73 goals and 35 points, 208 points. Yeah, sure. Okay, those are the same. That's one of 4 years where he got 200 points. What do you fucking do? Okay, let's go by best years. So Mario Lemieux in 85, 86, the year after, 80 games played, 52 goals, 163 points, 215 points. Mario Lemieux 2 years later, 3 years later, I'm big stupid. In 88, 89, 76 games played, 85 goals, 114 points, 199 points. In my opinion, because you look at every year that Gretzky got 200 plus points, 83, 84, 84, 85, 81, 82. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Just give me a minute. And 85, 86, all 200 plus point seasons, those are whatever. Like, okay, yeah, cool. They're kind of impressive, but they're against terrible, shitty goaltenders. If you look at who he probably played against, he was probably playing against bums the entire time, getting wins in like 8-5 and 12-4 games. You know, he was probably playing against the Leafs half of those games. So, goalie girls, you can say Gretzky changed the game, but is it more so he changed the game or the team around him allowed him to change the game because no one could hit Gretzky? Hey, Cody John, thank you for coming by to the stream. Thank you for coming by to the stream, man. One of the years here he got 200 plus. Yeah, I just glossed over it because the 80s was not impressive hockey in my opinion. It's like, well, like by the mid to late 90s, like 85, 86 is like 2 years before the floodgates really started open for like, okay, we've got more competent goaltenders. There's Patrick Waugh. Marty Brodeur is going to be in a few years. Dominic Hasek's about to arrive. You know, you're going to have your biggest, you're going to have your best, you're going to have the best, some of the best goaltenders of all time playing in a few years. Gretzky was able to see the game and do things that no other player could. Persnicky, again, I got to mention Mark Messier, Thomas Sandstrom, Marty McSorley, all protecting Gretzky. You look at Gretzky getting hit, there's maybe 3 to 4 times where he ever actually got hit. Exactly, videos of Reddit. Today's hockey is way faster, and Gretzky's even said today's game is much, much faster than it was in the 80s and much more competitive. Definitely better equipment. And Gretzky, I do think he probably would have trouble in the AHL. He played when goalies were flopping, like you said. You know, he's playing when stand-up was in its peak, probably. I will be honest, I don't think Gretzky would crack an AHL roster right now. I know this is going to be a massive hot take, but who are the goalies that Mario would face? Then I'll see you later now. Thank you, high quality drawing. The goalies that Mario would face are some of the same. But you look at Pittsburgh, he was in the East, a much stacked Eastern Conference. Gretzky was in the West, where it was Edmonton. It was Edmonton. In the East, You had Pittsburgh, who was going up against Montreal all the time. Boston, who always seem to have great goaltenders somehow. The Rangers, they're going up against the fucking Islanders. They're going up against all these great teams. And I understand it's not like right now, where it's, okay, you got for pretty much 4 leagues in one right now. But still, when half of your game, it seems like half your games are against the Canadiens, the Bruins, the Islanders, the Rangers, and the Flyers, who are pretty damn good at this point as well. You're playing half your games against these teams pretty much. You're playing half your team against the Eastern Conference, which seems to be stacked. And you're still getting 199, 168, 161 points in 95-96 when the trap is at its peak. You look at 95-96. Gretzky, how many points did he have that year? He had 81, yes, in 62 games, but still, Mario Lemieux had 161 points in 70 games. Can you argue that in those 9 extra games that Gretzky catches Lemieux, that Gretzky gets 80 points in 10 games? I don't think anyone can argue that. When you look at 160 points in 92-93, Gretzky is playing a lot of these games against Eastern Conference teams that are fantastic, in my opinion. You could say the 80s were bad, but was any other player getting anywhere into their point totals? Persnickety, do you hear what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, McSorley, Messier, Sandstrom were all playing and protecting Gretzky from getting hit, and other teams couldn't strip him of the puck, because if they did, they'd get cheap shotted by Marty fucking McSorley. My first major trade in franchise, Eichel for Kotkaniemi and Edmondson. That's very minor in terms of what the Sabres get back. Exactly, Sons of Liberty. Mario was getting hit every game, and Gretzky gets hit like 5 times in his career. Like, I've tried to look up Mario Lemieux getting hit, and I see a bunch of compilations because Mario also played that physical type of game. But then you'll look at Wayne's getting hit, and I barely getting hit. Okay, for some reason, Wi-Fi is going to go out now. Okay, there we go. My Wi-Fi is not bugging. I'm actually going to have to get off this conversation a bit. I want to get this done because I'm getting paranoid. My fucking Wi-Fi is about to go out on me. Exactly, like Mario played a more physical style and he got the points to back it up. Soviet Union, take from someone who's lived closely since he was drafted. Yeah, for Stickety, thank you. That's a horrible trade. There was no West. Yeah, sure. There was no East and West, but Campbell and Wales. Just put East and West into Campbell and Wales. Pretty much the same thing. Western and Eastern Conference. Just move fucking Toronto to the East. Yeah, they couldn't strip him because he's good. You could say that, but what I'm saying is that, like I said, when you have guys that are protecting you, like Marty McSorley, like Thomas Sandstrom, like Mark Brescia, like I'm saying over and over again, get stripped of the puck. You're not going to get stripped of the puck when you have these guys that are looking out for you like this. That's how a lot of teams. Persnickety, yeah, that might have been how a lot of teams worked back then. Find me a player from that era that says Mario is better than Gretzky that played with them. You could probably find a few. That's true for every star player in the 80s. Goalie Girls, really, you can't say Mario was a crybaby when he was fucking hitting. Gretzky was a pussy. I will say it right now. Gretzky was in no possible way better than Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux played the physical style. He got the goals. He got the assists. He got the points to back it up. Because he played the physical style, I respect Mario Lemieux so much more than Wayne Gretzky. Jaromir Jagr as well. I respect him so much more than Wayne Gretzky. Goalie Girls, yeah. Okay, oh wow. One of the 3 players I mentioned didn't protect Gretzky. That immediately validates my whole point. Yeah, the NHL's cutting my field for talking smack about Wayne. It's like, no, you fucking don't. You better restart this stream right now. Yo, can we get a shout out, by the way, for that Irish Spring that's behind me, guys? My Wi-Fi has been going out the whole time. Oh shit, Sons of Liberty, that sucks. Gretzky did it, Mario didn't. What are you talking about? You're not getting stripped when you're the fucking Nolan. Game 7, St. Louis against Detroit. Would like to talk to you. Like, Jesus. I don't hate you or anything, obviously. I'm having fun with this conversation. It's just, wow. Like, for me, okay, if you look at penalty minutes, you look at PIMs, you look at the PIMs, you look at the little PIMs. Gretzky in his career, over 1,000 games, had 577. Lemieux in 915 games had 834. Lemieux was great. It was a great hitter. You look at hits. And of course they're not going to have hits on NHL.com because why would they have hits? Why would they? Why would they even bother having hits? Fuck. Okay, yeah, they're not going to have hits at all. I was going to go off hits, but for some reason, NHL.com decides, the hits aren't important. Yeah, let's go. Gretzky and I have a combined 2,800. That is true. Videos of Reddit. Are you Irish, persnickety? I am actually Irish. I am. Oh shit! Actually, that's true. That's the green thing. That's the St. Patrick's Day, boys. Let's go. Yeah, Mario lost to a Brad May-led Islanders team. Sure. Gretzky lost to the fucking Flames. I'm sure. Edmonton Oilers playoff series loss. I could do this, goalie girls. I could do the same thing about Gretzky. Oh, they lost to this team. They lost to that team. That immediately invalidates Gretzky's whole career. And you would come after me. You could say, okay, yeah, Mario lost to a Brad May-led Islanders team. Sure. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, he did. Gretzky probably lost to some embarrassing teams. Okay, no, I don't want playoff history. This is what I want. Playoff history. You better give me every fucking playoff loss they've had. Or playoff history, I should say. No Steven Smith screw the pooch on the Flames one. They still lost to the Flames. All right, where can I get this? All right, let's go. So the 80s, 1980, they lost the first round of the Philadelphia fucking Flyers. Okay, they lost in the first round of the Flyers. They didn't win a cup that year. Okay, Gretzky's immediately invalidated. He's not the greatest. They lost to the New York Islanders in 1981. Not at all the greatest player of all time. They lost in the first round of the Kings. They lost in the first round of the fucking Kings. They lost to the 1982 Kings. Who loses to the 1982 LA Kings? I'm not the one saying Mario sucks. You're saying Gretzky sucks. I'm not saying Gretzky sucks. I'm just saying I don't have him in the top 10 best players of all time personally. Exactly, Sons of Liberty. If Gretzky was on any other team, if you put Gretzky, even on the Canadiens, if you put Gretzky in the red, white, and blue, if you put Gretzky in the Canadiens, he's not at all the greatest player of all time. He's not at all the greatest player of all time. If you put Gretzky on the 1980s Islanders, he's not at all the greatest player of all time, in my opinion. Tell me about stacked teams, and you mentioned the Red Wings, right? That OT team? Yeah, the OT team where Gretzky taps the puck and Yzerman fucking strips him of it. Embarrassingly. And Gretzky tries to turn around. By the time he does, fucking Yzerman's already at the fucking blue line taking his shot. David Ayers is the best. Videos already. I'm not going to bother changing your mind because that's just mad facts, man. That's just mad facts. The Flyers were a dynasty and the Kings was a miracle in Manchester. But still, who loses to the 1982 fucking Oilers? Or Oilers? Yeah, the Kings. Well, yeah, who loses to the 82 Oilers as well? Yeah, okay, and then 1983, lost in the Stanley Cup final, won the Stanley Cup in 84 and 85. Then they lost in the conference finals to the Flames in 86, won the Cup in 87, 88, and they lost in the first round to the 1989 LA Kings. Won the Cup in 1990. And then at that point, Gretzky's gone. Gretzky was gone, like actually days after the 88 Cup. So 1989 is invalid. Do you think Bergevin is lying about a trade? Because I think we really need a vet center and D-man. Darwin, I do think Bergevin is maybe lying. Has he said like, oh, we're not making a trade? Because for me, I take that as, okay, Bergevin's making a trade. Ever since he said, no, we're not trading Subban, and then traded Subban like 3 days later. Everything Bergevin says about a trade, I'm just like, okay, he's doing the opposite. Yeah, I do think Bergevin should probably make a trade. I think if we can get fucking Matthias Ekholm and maybe Eric Stahl, I think that'd be a really, really good trade personally. Or who knows, maybe we get Brendan Montour and Eric Stahl from the Sabres in one swoop, in one deal, and just be like, hey, let's kill two birds with one stone. You're making me yell. Holy shit, Nolan. Go record, man. Don't blow your voice out just fucking chatting with me, man. Go record. Use my fuel. Use my pod. Use my shitty little stream as fuel. We haven't even gotten to the actual game yet, guys. Yeah, okay, yeah, they lost in 89 to the Gretzky Kings. Now I gotta look at the fucking LA Kings. Okay, Los Angeles Kings. And when you go to the Blues, 96, right? Holy shit, this actually worked. Hell yeah. So 1998. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I'm stupid. 1998. 1989, they lost to the Flames. 1990, lost to the Oilers. 91, lost to the Oilers. 92, lost to the Oilers. So, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Boom. Gretzky. Okay, haha. See, get it? Gretzky beat his old team. They're bad. Yeah, and then followed up by 3 straight losses to that team. and then boom, lost in the Stanley Cup Finals to a good team in the Canadiens, and then proceeded to miss the playoffs 3 straight years. Persnickety, they won 73, Jesus, 7-3 tonight. Holy shit, that's not bad. I'm waiting on my bro to come home, and I learned I have to wait 6 seconds before swearing or YouTube monitors my views. I did not know that, Nolan. Thank you for that. Gretzky did not win a cup when he was not on the Oilers, and the Oilers won exactly Sons of Liberty. So does that mean, oh, hey, the Oilers didn't need Gretzky? Yes. That's just yes. There's a chance we win Friday, but Saturday, get that red jersey ready. Fuck, we wear the blue jerseys on Saturday. Yep, I'll get this on right before the game. 18 goals and 38 assists. Persnickety. Gretzky. McDavid. That's pretty sick. Grab McDavid. We're fucking talking about Oilers, and I'm just like, Gretzky now. Okay, Draisaitl is right behind him. Draisaitl is better than McDavid. I will keep arguing this. Yeah, I'm going to get off Lemieux and Gretzky. I'm probably waking up my mom. She's probably downstairs thinking, shut the fuck up already. Hey, programmers, how's it going, man? My voice is starting to get shot already. All right. Habs are trying to get Jets. We're trying to get pressure on the Jets, but the Jets knew Price wasn't good right now. Why was he so inconsistent? I don't know. A guy told me because my 7-1 vid has lost a total of, wait, what? YouTube took off 300 views? That sucks. Is Gretzky Gretzky? Goddamn it! Is Draisaitl really better than McDavid? Yeah, Brian. Oh yeah. By the way, Brian, thank you very much. I saw your comment, but I forgot to respond. My apologies. Or no, I did see your comment. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Or Dane O'Brien. Great comeback tonight. I hope I had you guys winning, but you guys are catching up. So in a way, I'm glad you guys lost to the Jets. Thank you, Brian. I do appreciate it, man. Do appreciate it. Draisaitl might be a better sniper. For me, being way faster, being fast is just kind of whatever right now. Byron's incredibly fast. That doesn't make him a great forward. But yeah, Persnickety. McDavid probably has better hands, but Draisaitl's a great sniper. It's down to 800 from 950. That's weird, Nolan. YouTube shouldn't be doing that. YouTube shouldn't be doing that. That's weird. I don't think YouTube's allowed to do that, actually, unless there were maybe botted views from someone, which in that case, yeah. YouTube's taking away like actual views. That's not good. Then YouTube shouldn't be doing that. That's weird. Canadians would go back to the power play. Morrissey got called for holding and tripping. Toffoli wouldn't Toffoli. Oh, for tripping and holding Toffoli. We wouldn't score during the end of the first, but we had about 30 seconds left in. But we would have about 30 seconds left to start the second. Do you find Price is very far from his net a lot because it happens in the OT and first goal? Yeah, Hamburger Man. I mean, I did notice it on the OT goal as well. He was definitely starting to come out of his crease already, which I do like him being aggressive, but not like that aggressive. Like just being like, hey, yeah, fucking come at me, motherfucker. I'll kill you. But yeah, like I can't blame him either. He had a generally decent game after those 2 goals. Well, the first and second goal, not the first and the OT goal, because the game was over at that point, obviously. But yeah, I hope Burke can improve that once he comes, which hopefully should be in like the next game, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully Sean Burke can help Price out with that, and hopefully he can help Allen as well. Hope Allen be even better, or help Allen be even better than he is right now. I think it sees some views as bots. Yeah, that's terrifying for sure, man. Let it be known when robots take over. YouTube fired the first shot and fired it 300 times. Jets and Habs programs, I think they have 4 more views, or 4 more views, 4 more meetings. Yeah, because I think this is the 5th, so they have 4 more meetings. YouTube does that. Yeah, it takes away views, like subscribers, because bots. Yeah, like the sub bots, I can 100% understand. It's like, yeah, take those away. Like I can definitely understand any of those actually if they're bots, but if it's just like normal people they're taking away, that's not right. That would end the first period. Shots were 11-10 Canadians, but the Jets did lead 2-0. Habs would not score in the power play to stop the period, 0-2 on the power play, but we would end up scoring. Phillip Danault for a second of the year, from Gallagher and Tatar, making it a 2-1 hockey game now. Willett in the first goal was like, hey, Jets, I'll let you a goal, and Rams. Hamburger Man, I mentioned this earlier. I think that was actually on the second goal. I said Price, there's no way he would have gotten to that either way. He was way too out of his crease at that point. I don't think there's any way that Kyle Connor wasn't scoring that goal, in my opinion, unless a fucking miracle happened. Yeah, YouTube is poopy. Hot take, Bobby Orr's better than Gretzky or Mario? I could see that, Persnickety. I could definitely see you thinking that personally. I would personally think Lemieux is Gretzky. Lemieux is Wayne Gretzky. He's so good he played 2 games in one night. No, but I do think Lemieux is the best player out of those 3, but I can see why people think Orr. I can see why people think Gretzky. It's just I disagree. But I can see why you think Orr for sure. Gotta go, man. Hell yeah, Nolan, for sure. I'll check out your video. I've mean to check out the last one. I think I'm gonna wait until this one's out so I can kind of like binge them together. Price to Buffalo Sons Liberty. Unless you're getting 2 firsts, Jack Eichel, and something else, because Buffalo's that stupid that they actually would willingly do that, I could see a price to Buffalo. Fury, how's it going, man? Rangers won big time tonight. Let's go. Big 9-0 win against the Flyers. Holy shit. Price had a really underrated save on a rebound shot. It was really, really nice. Soviet Union, I completely forgot about John Scott. John Scott is the greatest hockey player of all time. You guys don't argue that or you will be blocked. No, but seriously, John Scott over Lemieux. Yeah, Price would never go to Buffalo. He'd be like, okay, I don't care if you guys are getting Eichel 3 firsts or you're fleecing Buffalo to all hell. I'm being shellfish. I want to fucking stay in Montreal. Maybe he'd go to Seattle. Maybe he'd look at Seattle and be like, hey, they have some good players they can take. I want to be the Fleury, except actually win a cup this time. Hell yeah, Sons of Liberty. John Scott's the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, he's an all-star. All-star John Scott, baby. Unlike Rory Fitzpatrick, sorry. He would only leave to be closer to home. That would actually be understandable persnickety. Yeah, Fury, you guys finally did something. Price would probably want to go to Vancouver, Seattle. Yeah, Hamburger Man. I could see Price to Vancouver, maybe. Obviously not this season, maybe next season. But yeah, Price to Seattle. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's like, you know what? I love Montreal, but I want to be close to family. I have 2 daughters now. Waving to Seattle would actually probably make the most sense. I think the biggest shocker would be if Price goes to Montreal and says, hey, can you guys waive my no movement clause so I can go to Seattle? Like, genuinely, that would be nuts. Yeah, Fire Quinn, he wasn't on the bench, Fiore. I did see that. All the coaching staff was actually, I think, in COVID protocol. That just proves, I think, David Quinn's a cancer to the Rangers. Like, I'm sure, like, I don't know about you, Fiore, but if I'm the Rangers, I would prefer Babcock over David Quinn at this point. I'm trying to get through this now, guys. I'm sorry. Canadiens were looking really good, spending a few minutes trying to get the Jets pressuring, but just weren't able to. Lots of back and forth hockey for a few minutes. Really love this. I said it was looking like OT. We'll get into overtime. Both teams are getting some good chances. Some bad Habs turnovers, though, unfortunately. Habs are trying to pressure the Jets. But unfortunately, it wouldn't work because there was a turnover in our zone, and then Price with several seconds to control a rebound off the shot. At least it looked like from the replay. I actually didn't see the full-on shot, so it might have been a shot, rebound, boom. But Kyle Connor gets a second of the game. It was a 3-1 Jets. This was embarrassing. Yeah, Hamburger Man. I could see the Rangers probably going after Gerard Gallant, unless he already has a handshake agreement with Seattle, I think. I do think Rangers getting Gerard Gallant would be very beneficiary to them both. Habs are not doing too bad. The Jets are trying to control play at this point. Canadiens in the final minutes were looking good again, just trying to get past Hellebuck, but just weren't able to beat him. That would do it for the second period. They were now down 3-1. Shots were 19-18 for the Jets. We need a big third period coming up. Quote, but something tells me we won't get it. Let's get into the third period. Canadiens opened it up by looking really damn good, pressuring the Jets. Canadiens were getting some great chances, forcing the Jets at this point to take some icing calls. They were really hammering home that, hey, look, we're in control now, bitch, type mentality that they kind of should always have. Habs had some good chances, but Hellebuck is making the saves needed until we scored right off a face-off. Brendan Gallagher stripping the puck away. Second point of the night for him. Danault with his second point as well, actually, is a goal and assist for both guys, actually, making it a 3-2 game now. There's a missed interference call on Morrissey. Danault kind of sent the puck out. Morrissey just kind of took him down. Really surprised there was no call there. Habs are still really pressuring the Jets. Really good chances, but the Jets D was looking really good. Really great, actually, stopping us from getting many shots here. Both teams are getting quite cautious about 9 minutes in. Jets can't give up the lead. Habs can't give up another 2-goal lead. And there were several Jets, I noted at this point, several Jets in the second and third that were on the ice for at least a minute and a half each. Was really surprised by seeing that. I was like, damn, they're really, really risking this. Habs had some great chances. Hellebuck robbed Darmia and Byron on the fourth line. This team was buzzing at this point. Habs are pressuring. They were playing fantastic now. Hellebuck making any saves he needs to. The goalie gets pulled with about two minutes left. 6-on-5, really, really great play. Drouin to Perry. And funny enough, I was actually saying to my dad, like, oh, why would we put Perry out as the extra attacker? Why not get, Toffoli with Anderson, Drouin, Suzuki, something like that, And then Drouin gets it to Perry, passes it to Toffoli, who snuck in behind leaves the Jets D, and he ties the game up with a minute to play. Tyler Toffoli, his 8th 15th goal of the season. Tyler Toffoli's on an absolute tear right now. He's looking like the Toffoli that opened the season. It's Toffoli assisted by Perry and Drouin. And that would end it for regulation. Habs tied the game at 3-3 shots for 35-29 Canadiens. Got to go getting late. Hey, goalie girls, can't blame you. Thank you very much for coming by to the stream. Ducharme really needs to scratch Byron, put Frolov. Frolik, we don't have Alexander Frolov coming out of retirement. Frolik or Lehkonen in with Lehkonen being out so much wouldn't be. Oh my God, John. John coming in with the raid. Fiore, Kim, Darkness, Logan. Oh, Thomas Viv, big cutie. Oh my God, Kara, Raybro, Stacy, Kate, OBI, Revenite, Pro Gamers, the boys coming in with the HTH raid, man. I'm surprised John's still streaming at this point. Oh yeah, actually, it makes sense. The Oilers and Flames. John, thank you for the raid, man. Greatly appreciate it, man. It really means a lot. Really means a lot. OBI, thank you. John's in the chat. Finally, let's go, boys. Thank you guys. You guys missed. If you guys had come 20 minutes earlier, you're missing out. You're missing out on a heavily contested Gretzky versus Lemieux debate. So my franchise season has started, and Cook gave me 8 points in 5 games. Let's go, Soviet. Sabrina, goalie girls, Mikheyev. Thank you guys. He actually just ended KW. Oh, let's go, Darkness. Damn, John really just decided to raid my ugly ass face to end his stream. Oh, and of course, Kim with the beautiful Harry Rice in his thumbnails. Thank you very much, Kim. I greatly appreciate it. Kara's, I don't know about that, Ray, bro. Hey, Dennis O'Hara, man. Harry Rice, the legend. Thank Dennis. You guys are all fucking legends. You guys are all legends. Thank you, Ray, bro. Byron over Matthews. That is mad facts, Hammer, man. Yo, thank you, Thomas, man. You cutie. DM me. We'll hook up later. We'll talk in DMs. I have to watch it back. My uncle was huge into Lemieux. Yeah, Sabrina. Yeah, it was probably about maybe 30 minutes into about 15 minutes in. B. Ellien. I got no clue what Byron was doing. We're actually about to get into that. Darkness, Gretzky is the most overrated player ever. And you say that as someone who's a fan of the Blues that he played on, so that should say something. Stop drinking, Rainbow. Thank you, goalie girls. Who's going into it from the west? From the east? I have no clue, OBI. Derek, how's it going, man? Thank you guys, by the way, for the views and the likes. John, thank you so much for exactly, Sons of Liberty. Mario had more skill. He was more dominant Gretzky. Curry, Messier, Coffee. Exactly, Ray, bro. Thank you, man. And you say that as a fan of the Oilers, who Gretzky played for. That should mean something. Thank you guys for 20 plus likes. Holy shit, that means a lot, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Ray, bro, for justifying me. So many people were getting on me, saying, "Oh, Mario Lemieux, Gretzky's better because of this and this and this," you know. And Ray, bro, I think you can agree. I actually pointed out that Gretzky had Thomas Sandstrom and Messier and then arguably Paul Coffey and Marty McSorley protecting him. Mistake. Petrie made no tea. I got no clue, Elianek. Why? I don't know why Petrie tries to deke 3 Jets players. I can see why he probably assumed it was only one, but wow. Wolverine, 100% Matthews. Line A is meh, but personally, I absolutely think Matthews is absolutely the best goal scorer. Not named Ovechkin, currently playing in the NHL. Yeah, well, Thomas Viv, man. Yeah, exactly, Ray, bro. I brought that up. If Mario had no cancer or back injuries or just injuries in general, I argue personally, if Gretzky had, or if Lemieux plays the same amount of games as Gretzky, he absolutely passes him in points. Mario was better. Thank you, Sons of Liberty. Yeah, pro gamer. Nathan Bully over Gretzky. Yeah, your Flames do terrible, man. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Gretzky could win the championship with another player in the top 5 all-time goal scorer. Hell yeah, Darkness. Mario over Gretzky, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ovechkin versus Crosby. OBI, that's an impossible comparison. Ovechkin is a pure goal scorer. Crosby is a better all-around player, in my opinion. Stammer one-timer over Ovi one-timer. Logan Hacker, that's a really unpopular opinion, I think. So getting into overtime, like I said, the Habs were tied at 3-3 with the Jets. Shots were 35-29 Canadiens. And then, wow. Fucking wow at this point. Why were we playing Byron and Danault together in overtime? If any of you guys watched the game and you saw this, you probably knew Harry's probably blowing a gasket right now, and I was. Byron and Danault together to start overtime, and there was a comment. There's a comment right before the HTH raid. Ducharme really needs to scratch Byron and put Frolik and Lehkonen in. Absolutely agree. I'd go with Frolik. I like Lehkonen, but I think Frolik should get that. With Lehkonen being out so much, wouldn't be surprised if he got traded for someone. Unfortunately, though, over Byron. Hamburger Man, me neither. Actually, I do like Lehkonen's upside. I do think him being traded to maybe say Dallas. I think Dallas would be a fantastic fit for Artturi Lehkonen personally. And it sucks he'd probably get traded over Byron, but hey, you never know, man. But yeah, I think Gretzky's overrated. Wolverine for sure. Sam Jordan started to see the small D-man train. I don't know about that, Ray, bro. Damn programmers. Yeah, good luck, man. Hopefully those tests go well. Holy shit. Hopefully those tests go well. Every time I hear Blues have a head coach, first name Mike, I get low-key triggered. First the bum Keenan, now Mike Yo. Hey, Darkness, you have to thank Mike Yo, man. He's kind of what got you guys to the Stanley Cup. Firing Mike Yo was that spark. Yes, I'm fucking blowing a gasket. Byron and Danault starting overtime. And we're the only players in the Canadiens out on overtime. You leave Brendan Gallagher, Tomas Tatar, Josh Anderson, Jonathan Drouin, Tyler Toffoli, Nick Suzuki, just going down the list. Corey Perry, Joel Armia, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, all on the bench. Even Jake Evans. You leave all those guys on the bench, and you put out Phillip Danault, who I can arguably understand. I can understand, but you play him with Paul fucking Byron. You play him with Paul Byron. Ilya, we can absolutely draft. We've had fantastic drafts, in my opinion. I'm not arguing with people who aren't around to watch Gretzky play. Mario was great, but Gretzky was better. I can't agree with the goalie girls. I think we can agree to disagree, but personally, I think Mario was way better personally. I will say, though, just as much as you can say the Oilers didn't need Gretzky, you can argue that the Penguins didn't need Lemieux during the 90s, as the Penguins with only Jágr played just as well. Soviet Union, you can't really argue that personally, because with Jágr through 97 to 2000, they didn't make the playoffs once. Or if they did, I think they were always out in the first round. So for me, I think you can absolutely not say that the Penguins didn't need Lemieux, because they didn't win a cup with him until they got Gretzky, Malgin, and Jordan Staal and Marc-Andre Fleury, until they built this great big team. Personally, I think personally, like, you can argue the Oilers didn't need Gretzky. You have to argue the Penguins needed Lemieux personally, or you don't have to argue the Penguins needed Lemieux. They won 2 cups with Lemieux, and they didn't win again until they had Crosby and Fleury and Malkin and all these guys. Holy shit, programmers! You've had 15 tests this month. That sucks. Connor Bedard is a generational talent, 15-year-old with exceptional status. Like, so many players are getting exceptional status in the WHL. Going, man. Well, regarding drafts, little made impact of the roster. You look at the you got Brendan Gallagher, who was drafted in the 5th round in 2010. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 3rd overall in 2018. Joel Armia was from Edmonton. Jake Evans was a draft pick by us, I believe. Alex Romanoff, a 2nd round pickup by us. Artturi Lehkonen, I think, was a 6th round pick, I think. Victor Mete was a draft pick by us. So for me, well, I do think we are drafting well. It's definitely been in the past 3 to 4 years that we've been really drafting well, and guys that are just about to come up, guys like Cole Caulfield, Jan Misick, Caden Gooley, Caden Primo, who was drafted in the 7th round. You have these guys that I think are fantastic. Personally, yeah, I think the Canadiens are about to have a massive surge of their own drafted talent. I think the Canadiens with Marc Bergevin are fantastic at all 3 fronts. Drafting, trading, and signing players in free agency. Personally, hey, thank you, Derek, man. I'm not gonna say anything about the Canucks Leafs game, or the Canucks Habs game, but we'll find out. Jaden Schwartz can. That it feels like my pre-cal teacher gives me a test. That sucks, man. Aldi, I mean, yeah, we did almost score, definitely. Yeah, Elliott, like Toffoli, Kotkaniemi, and Petrie would have been a great first line, in my opinion. That's how I feel with Bouchard getting scratched for Rusher. I don't see what value Russell has that Bouchard doesn't have Bouchard age. Bouchard doesn't act Bouchard age. And I hope Oilers don't sign Barry. I can't blame you, Ray, bro. Bouchard, like no meme. Bouchard is definitely better than Chris Russell. I don't get why Russell was in tonight. Even if the Oilers did win, they should have played Bouchard instead. I maybe understand. Oh, Battle of Alberta, you want a gritty defenseman in Russell, but still, you give Bouchard that chance. You're not gonna, if Bouchard ever gets to that top 2 potential, you're not just gonna scratch him when you face the Flames. Like it's weird. But yeah, Oilers not signing Barry. I mean, he's decent defensively. It seems this year he's having a mess season, though. Do you think Patrick Kane is the greatest American player? Absolutely, Wolverine. Do you think there are other players that are close to him? Maybe Brett Hull, but then again, you'd have to say, oh, he had Adam Oates with him, so is he really the greatest goal scorer, American-born goal scorer? I absolutely think Patrick Kane is the greatest American player. He's proven, whether he's playing with fantastic players or he's playing with man players, Patrick Kane is always fantastic, in my opinion. Bedard is the only player to get exceptional stats in the WHL. I did not know that, Ray, bro. But I thought there was other guys that got exceptional status, like overall. I agree that Price is overrated and their primes. Yeah, absolutely. I do think Luongo and Lundqvist are definitely better. Rene, I think, has always been overrated. Miller is underrated. I really like Ryan Miller. I don't know if I'd say in his prime he was better than Price, though. I think 2014 Price was fantastic. Eleni, we need a sniper on the roster, but like that's what Toffoli's for. That's what Anderson can do. Galley can do that. Petrie can do that. Like we have 4+ guys that are 10 plus goal scorers. Toffoli should hit 20 goals. Realistically, he should get 3 goals in the next 20 games. I think Toffoli is our sniper. Obviously not full time. He's not that big superstar sniper. Hopefully, we can make Caulfield that for sure. But I don't think we rush Cole Caulfield. I think we play Caulfield in the AHL next year. Take it easy. Try and get guys like, say, Caden Gooley if he's NHL ready. Maybe Ian Misick if somehow he's NHL ready or NHL ready already, but I don't think so. You get these guys, just have one more year of, okay, if we make the playoffs, perfect. And then in 2 years from now, I think it's your real, like, pure, we're going for the playoffs. We want to win a Stanley Cup, personally. I'm watching my Flyers game tomorrow. Hey, let's go, Derek. I'm just going to lose. I don't know how I feel about that, Derek. Do you think Matthews will be able to pass Kane? Yeah, definitely, Thomas. I think Matthews definitely has what it takes to pass Kane. Don't know if he will, though. I personally, I love both players. It's tough for me to say if Matthews is going to pass Kane or if Kane's going to remain the best American-born player. Definitely will be interesting. Oh, came from the OHL, right? Oh, Sean Day, man. Holy shit, I forgot about Sean Day. Whatever happened to that guy, Ray, bro? You're all about prospects. Whatever happened to Sean Day? Holy shit. Yeah, Ekblad, McDavid, Tavares, Joe Veleno, man. Joe Veleno's a massive steal for the Red Wings. I will argue that till the day Joe Veleno makes it to the NHL and proves me wrong. Luongo deserved Vezina in 2011. Soviet Union, man. He probably deserved it in 2007 a little more than Marty Brodeur, in my opinion. Yeah, you hate Kane. I respect him. Me too, man. Like, personally, like, I hate Patrick Kane when the Canadiens are playing him in the Blackhawks, but any time else, I'm like, God damn, look at Kane go, So I definitely hate him when he's playing my team, but any other time, I literally respect him for sure. Sean Day was just a bum in the ECHL. Damn, Ray, bro. I was going to lose. You lost 9-0 today. Damn, Sons of Liberty. Hey, Andrew. Dennis, it's All Elite Wrestling. It's pro wrestling. Yeah, Thomas Webb. I thought he was in the AHL for a bit. I thought he signed independently with the AHL team. But we played Byron and Danault together in overtime. Lose the face-off. At least from what I understand, I was literally just walking downstairs as overtime started. Lost the face-off. Got the puck. Petrie was robbed by Connor Hellebuck. And then Petrie decides to deke, trying to deke out 3 fucking Jets instead of just passing it right back down the ice to fucking the Price. While Byron and Danault are off going for a line change, probably butt fucking each other at the same time. And all of a sudden it's a 3-on-1. And the Jets score because Price comes out of his net. And so Nick Ehlers is just like, all right, cool, thank you. Snipes it right past him. Yeah, Thomas, imagine getting granted exceptional stats and literally not even being a fourth liner in the NHL. That's a big rips. Wasn't Sean Day, if I remember correctly, wasn't Sean Day the guy in NHL 14 or NHL 15, one of the two, where if you draft him, you're like guaranteed becomes like a 40 goal scorer, 100-point player? Or am I thinking of someone else? Day's a dream, man. A dream. Fuck, I'm so glad Kim's on here to clip me on that. Day's a D-man. I did not know that. I thought he was a forward. But isn't he okay? I think I'm thinking of someone else then, because there's no way a defenseman gets 40 goals and 100 points in NHL. I feel like I'm thinking of someone else for sure. By the way, guys, if you guys ever play NHL 14, if you're the New York Islanders or you're someone else, get Rhett Brookshawney on the New York Islanders. You're not going to regret it. If you have like an original day one copy, no updates or whatever, day one launch NHL, Rhett Brookshawney and the Islanders, you're not going to regret it. Tell me what you guys think in the Discord. Link in the description. # no plug. You like D-men? I like C-men. I can't even finish that. Sons Liberty, let's go. Luongo 72 saves on the night, 4th overtime. Danault passes to Henrik. He scores. Yo, that overtime was sick, man. I love watching those highlights. Those NHL, the ones the NHL does, like those are always so cool. Love watching those what are they called? Not Throwback Tuesdays, but they're throwback. It's not a day, but they're throwback games. I love watching their throwback games. Those are always sick. Yeah, Nick Ehlers gets the game winner. I don't know. I would probably say Price came way too out net on the first goal and that overtime goal. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold off on saying, oh fuck you, Carey Price. Like I put in my notes, that was just a reactionary thing. If it continues with Sean Burke, then yeah, I'm gonna be concerned. But right now, it's just like whatever. Hold off until Sean Burke comes in. Jets would win 4-3. Final shots were 36-30. Yeah, right, bro. I was mentioning that with my dad earlier in Sean Farrell. I was mentioning that. I was like, dude, this guy we got in the 4th round was really, really good. Sean Farrell. He's destroying the USHL. He has what? I think it's like 26 points in 20 games or something like that. Like Sean Farrell is going to be a steal, I think. And we traded the pick we got him. We got that pick from the Lightning, right? Didn't we trade our 2022 third or our 2022 fourth for a third and a fourth, I think? Was it? Yeah, Strubal's been really good in the NCAA. Okay, Gooley got hurt. I was about to say, why is Gooley only played 2 games? Okay, he's got hurt. That sucks. And Norlander's been stellar. Okay, so me saying Gooley should be getting the call-up instead of Ouellette is probably just like, yeah, no, don't ignore that for now. And Norlander's been stellar in the SHL, man. Ray, bro, fucking love hearing your prospect analysis, man. If those guys can all come up in the NHL eventually, I think the Canadiens are going to be scary good. Yeah, 74 points in 40 goals in 40 games. That's what it was. I think there was someone else who had 24 points in 20 games. That might have been Caulfield I was looking at actually. But yeah, 74 points in 40 games. Like even though like, okay, yeah, it's the USHL. Still, the kid's got talent. Oh, it's a hand injury. Oh, that's not good. Oh, so he's got Ben Schroeditis. Already past my bed. Yeah, Derek, go to bed, man. I don't mean to keep you up, man. Go to bed, please. Thank you. Thank you for coming by to the stream, though. But the Jets would win the game 4-3. Final shots were 36-30. For the Canadiens, shots were 1-1 in overtime. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna stay for like 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna start doing my outro. I'm not gonna stick that much longer because we already been live for 123 minutes, an hour and 23 minutes, and I don't want to. Screw up my voice or anything like that. Prospects is like the worst part of my hockey knowledge. Yeah, pro gamers, understandable. Like prospects are so weird to look at because you got to look at like NCAA, SHL, AHL, USHL. You got to look at all these different leagues, and it's like Jesus. My Doppler bud, Dylan Griffin, told me the Gordon is an interesting prospect for the Habs. Oh, Gooley. I think told you that Gooley is an interesting prospect, I think is what you mean. Hey, Thomas Viv, thank you very much for coming out of the stream, baby. Appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. Ross Colton needs to be brought up. Really, OBI? Ross Colton. Yeah, Armia missed a sure goal on Hellebuck. Evans missing an open net. I don't think I saw that actually. Ilihai. Am I saying your name right? Ilihai? Thank you guys, by the way, for the 26 likes. I don't think there's any way we're getting to 30 before the end of the stream, but thank you very much. Absolutely, Harry Rice. Thank you very much, Derek. I will enjoy my rest for sure, guys. As usual, I will say the stats for the Montreal Canadiens, then I will do my outro. So the Montreal Canadiens leading goal scorer is still Tyler Toffoli. I did not. Fuck. I don't think I updated any of the points for that final goal, did I? Nope, I did. I just didn't upgrade Tyler Toffoli. So Tyler Toffoli leads the team in points with 18 goals, 9 assists, 27 points. Jeff Petrie has 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 points. Jonathan Jerome with 2 goals, 18 assists, 20 points. Sure thing, right, bro. Join the Discord VC in Harry Discord. In my Discord. Okay. Cool. I will do that for sure. Yeah, Ellie Nin, at least we did get a point. Oh, the Flames lost. That is true, man. Yeah, Sounds Liberty Thomas is so cute, man. Derek, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it for coming by to the stream. Enjoy yourself, man. Nick Suzuki, 5 goals, 14 assists, 19 points. Brendan Gallagher, 10 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Josh